Lord's Day. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the world's most incredible wonders. Today, we're journeying to the heart of Barcelona, Spain, to witness a masterpiece that has been in the making for over a century, the Basilica de la Sagrada Familia. This isn't just a church, it's a dream, a poem, and a symphony carved in stone, imagined by the one and only Antoni Gaudí. So, what makes the Sagrada Familia so special? For starters, it's probably the most famous unfinished building in the world. Construction began way back in 1882. A year later, the brilliant architect Antoni Gaudí took over, completely transforming the original neo-Gothic design into something the world had never seen before. He dedicated the last 43 years of his life to this project, and when he passed away in 1926, less than a quarter of it was complete. Gaudí knew he wouldn't live to see it finished. He famously said, "My client is not in a hurry," referring to God. He left behind incredibly detailed models and plans, trusting that future generations would carry on his vision. They have, navigating civil wars, funding challenges, and the sheer complexity of the design to bring his dream closer to reality, piece by piece. The current goal is to finish the main structure in the coming years, a monumental achievement that will finally complete Gaudí's ultimate legacy. Let's talk about the man behind the magic, Antoni Gaudí. He was the leading figure of Catalan modernism, a unique artistic movement that flourished in Barcelona. But Gaudí was in a league of his own. His secret weapon: nature. He believed that nature was God's greatest creation and the ultimate architectural blueprint. He studied trees, flowers, shells, and even animal skeletons. And you can see these organic forms everywhere in the Sagrada Familia. Forget straight lines and rigid angles. Gaudí's world is one of flowing curves, intricate details, and structures that seem to grow right out of the earth. He was a deeply religious man, and he saw this basilica as his ultimate sermon in stone, a way to express the story of the Christian faith through architecture. He poured his heart, soul, and every ounce of his creative genius into this project. Living like a hermit on the construction site in his final years, completely devoted to his great work. Now, let's take a walk around the outside. The Sagrada Familia will eventually have 18 towers, each with a special meaning. 12 represent the apostles, 4 represent the evangelists, 1 is dedicated to the Virgin Mary, and the tallest central tower will symbolize Jesus Christ. When this final tower is completed, the Sagrada Familia will become the tallest church in the world. But the most captivating parts of the exterior are the 3 grand facades, each depicting a key moment in the life of Christ. First, there's the Nativity Facade, the only one that was mostly completed during Gaudí's lifetime. It faces the rising sun in the east and celebrates the birth and early life of Jesus. This facade is an explosion of life and joy. It's incredibly ornate, covered in sculptures of angels, plants, and animals. You can see the Holy Family, the shepherds, and the 3 wise men, all rendered with a joyful, almost chaotic energy that feels incredibly alive. Gaudí wanted this entrance to be welcoming and full of hope, drawing people in with its intricate beauty. It's like a storybook you can read with your eyes, with every little detail adding to the tale of Christ's miraculous birth. On the opposite side, facing the setting sun, is the Passion Facade. The contrast is immediate and powerful. This facade tells the story of Christ's suffering, crucifixion, and death. The style here is completely different. The sculptor Josep Maria Subirachs, who took on the project decades after Gaudí's death, used harsh, angular, and skeletal figures to evoke a sense of pain and sobriety. It's stark, dramatic, and deeply moving. The bare stone and sharp lines convey the brutality of the story, forcing you to confront the sacrifice at the core of the Christian faith. It's a somber and thought-provoking counterpoint to the joy of the Nativity Facade, perfectly capturing the full spectrum of the biblical narrative. The third and largest entrance is the Glory Facade, which is still under construction. This will be the main entrance to the basilica, representing the road to God and eternal glory. It will depict scenes of the Last Judgment, heaven, and hell. According to the plans, it will be the most monumental of the 3, featuring massive doors inscribed with the Lord's Prayer in dozens of languages, symbolizing the universality of the Church's message. It represents the future and the ultimate destiny of humanity, completing the epic story told by the other 2 facades, As stunning as the outside is, nothing can prepare you for the moment you step inside. It's like walking into an enchanted forest made of light and stone. The first thing you notice are the columns. They aren't just straight pillars. They branch out near the ceiling like a canopy of massive trees, creating a sense of being sheltered under a forest canopy. This was Gaudí's genius at work. He designed these columns to mimic the structure of trees, distributing the weight of the roof in a way that feels both organic and incredibly strong. This innovative design also allowed him to eliminate the need for traditional flying buttresses, giving the exterior a cleaner, more vertical look. And then there's the light. Oh, the light! The interior is flooded with color from the magnificent stained glass windows. But this isn't random. Gaudí planned the colors with incredible precision. On one side of the basilica, the windows are filled with cool shades of blue and green, representing the morning light, D. As the sun moves across the sky, it shines through windows on the other side, which are filled with warm yellows, oranges, and reds, bathing the interior in a fiery sunset glow. The effect is breathtaking. The light dances across the columns and floor, constantly changing throughout the day, making the space feel alive and dynamic. Gaudí didn't just want to light up the church. He wanted to create an atmosphere of prayer, contemplation, and spiritual wonder. It's a truly divine experience, a symphony of color that elevates the soul. Every single detail in the Sagrada Familia has a purpose and a meaning. From the snail-shaped staircases to the fruit baskets topping the pinnacles, everything is a symbol. The fruits represent the bounty of the autumn season, a time of harvest, while the spiral staircases were inspired by shells. Another perfect example of nature's engineering. Gaudí was a master of symbolism, weaving layers of meaning into every corner of the building. This is what makes exploring it so rewarding. The more you look, the more you discover. It's a building that demands your attention and rewards it with endless fascination. It's not just architecture, it's a theological and philosophical statement. So, when will it finally be finished? That's the million-dollar question. For decades, the project has been funded entirely by private donations and ticket sales from millions of visitors like you and me. The goal for the completion of the main towers is set for the near future, which would be a poetic tribute, marking the centenary of Gaudí's death. However, some decorative elements and the massive glory facade will likely take even longer. But perhaps the true beauty of the Sagrada Familia lies in its journey. It's a living, breathing project that has spanned generations, a testament to human persistence, faith, and the enduring power of a singular artistic vision. The Sagrada Familia is more than just Barcelona's most famous landmark. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a minor basilica consecrated by the Pope, and an architectural marvel that continues to inspire awe and wonder in everyone who sees it. It's a place where art, nature, and spirituality come together in perfect harmony. It challenges our ideas of what a building can be and reminds us that some things are worth waiting for. If you ever find yourself in Barcelona, visiting the Sagrada Familia is an absolute must. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you leave. Thank you so much for joining us on this tour of Gaudí's unfinished symphony. What's your favorite part of this incredible building? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.